Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We bring you stories of faith, love, and devotion. Yeah, just kidding, please help us grow by hitting that like button. Now on to the story. Leaving on a jet plane. Advice. 45M here, married to my 43F wife of 8+ years. We were friends for a decade until realizing we had so much in common, gaming being one of them. Our chemistry started out fantastic, but after the arrival of our two beautiful now preschoolers, life has relegated down to a predictable routine. Some history on me. When I was 10, I caught my dad cheating on my mom. That left an impression and fear that to this day I have never been able to shake. Ironically, as a young adult, in a moment of weakness I cheated on my then GF and was so racked with guilt I confessed and things ended. So fundamentally, infidelity and I don't mix. Current, we game together when we're not caring for the kids. Being a homemaker, she clocks more time than I do and interacts more with the guild we're in, mostly guys, from a different time zone. She's aware of my insecurities of her getting too chummy with the guild and offered for us to move somewhere else. I wanted to show her I could work past this fear of mine and told her I trusted her. However, she didn't want the guild to know we were married, just friends. Her reason being she was protective of her private info, and while I didn't understand why our marital status had to be withheld, I didn't think too much of it. In the last 2 to 3 months, we've had ups and downs just like any couple subjected to the rigors of life and parenthood. In hindsight now, perhaps better communication with some professional help would have been ideal. But we tried to do it ourselves, and while I didn't think we were in troubled waters, perhaps she felt unfulfilled somehow. She started chatting a lot to one guy almost half her age, and unbeknownst to me, things went up a notch once she shared her WhatsApp with him. All gaming chat between them ceased henceforth, so I assume they switched platforms. She's also gotten a lot more cagey with her phone. That was 2 months ago. A week ago, I accidentally chanced upon flight and hotel bookings for her to travel to the same country our guildmates live. It's terribly far from where we are. Time away from the kids will be unexpectedly long given their age/needs, and falls on my birthday. Initially I wondered if it was a surprise for me, but the plane ticket was for 1, hotel bookings for 2. Since then, I've found more evidence to suggest the trip is intended for her and AP. Unknown if he's aware of her real age, that she's married and a mother. Since then, I've been a wreck. I barely sleep, some nights not barely eat, that I've lost 1 stone in under a week, break down multiple times a day, and not doing a very good job of hiding my despair. She's very observant and immediately offered to help with whatever was ailing me, but I attributed it to trouble at work. She wasn't convinced and claimed I was stonewalling her, but I kept that story up. She's smart and likely knows I suspect something, but goes about her day normally while I die inside, keeping silent, knowing what I do. I tried to give her a way out by suggesting that we were overdue for a couple's trip and that perhaps we should take that trip she always wanted in the next few months. She deflected it to a month that didn't clash with her designated trip that indicated she was making this trip no matter what. The game was supposed to bring us closer, not tear us apart. I know I'm not perfect, but would have done anything to improve her state had I known she was not feeling fulfilled. And even if it was beyond me to fulfill her, I'd have hoped she'd speak to me about it, given how much weight she places on communication. If the same happened to me, it would be a simple choice of my wife/family against my need for that specific fulfillment, but it doesn't seem to be the case, or maybe she truly believes she can get away with it. I love my wife and wish she would come to her senses and stop this before the affair is physically consummated. For me, that would be the end of us. Trust destroyed. And my kids' perfect world shattered. A friend suggested she might be a cake eater, people who have reasonably happy marriages but because they are unfulfilled emotionally/sexually, they cheat. But they still love their spouses and would never leave them. Maybe that's why she's planning this trip. Friend asked if I was open to an open marriage, flat out no. Call me traditional, but we promised ourselves to each other and I was looking forward to growing old and grey with her. I've been in an emotional flux and don't know how I can go on enduring this. I can't end myself because I have my kids to care for, but I am so broken inside. I love my wife and may be able to forgive her if she turns back now. But once she gets on that plane, gut tells me she will, it's all over. For anyone in the community who has been where I am now, what did you do with this slow oncoming train? Did you stage a confrontation or let it through knowing it was premeditated, not a rash judgment call at a bar under influence, and that you'd lost them already? If confronted, did that save your marriage or simply delay the inevitable? What were some of the coping mechanisms that helped you weather through the tides of negative thoughts crashing against your mind? I will be seeing a counselor soon, but doubt that'll be much success given my tendency to fester on this. PLS help. Update: I can understand everyone's overwhelming desire to know why I haven't had the showdown with her yet. Let me explain. It's been a mixture of roller coaster of emotions, tons of negative thoughts on self-harm and not assisted by lousy decision making due to lack of sleep and nutrition. I was rolling around in the what did I do to deserve this sandpit for a few days. Then lay the question, if I had lost her already and if I wasn't going to be able to make her stay, I'd need pies to provide irrefutable proof of infidelity, hence the allowing her to go. But after having collected my thoughts, I thank everyone for their views on triggering a confrontation. I agree saving my marriage is the least I can do for my kids. I concur conditions will need to be laid down until trust is regained, and it won't be easy, but as long as her repentance meets my forgiveness, I think we will be able to move on. Lots of work involving communication needed between us. I need to recover my faculties first, but will do the needful when I'm clear-headed. Thank you all. You already know that infidelity and you don't mix. You need to confront her and tell her that you know about the flight and the hotel booking. Whatever happens next happens, but it needs to happen. If you think you can reconcile before they consummate their affair, but not afterward, then do not waste time. Do not let this go further. She has already made many decisions to cheat. If it's a deal breaker, it's already a done deal. A coward dies 1,000 deaths, a brave man only one. Up is in the process of dying the 1,000 deaths. What he needs to do is man up and confront his soon-to-be cheating wife. Yes, this is right. You better do something before it's too late. If she gets on the plane without you confronting her, you'll regret it. She may choose you, but you tell her you won't be waiting if she doesn't. Divorce papers will be. She's about to cheat on you and you're not saying anything? I don't understand. He's hoping that she will come to her senses. If she does, Up can believe it's a one-off thing. That she really loves him. If he confronts her, Up will never know for sure if she would have had a change of heart. When Odysseus returned home, he took a pretty long time to evaluate Penelope's intentions. Took her a while to explain what she'd been doing with all those eligible bachelors while he'd been missing. Then he slaughtered everyone who betrayed him, but he was prehistoric after all. Point being, if an archaic warlord can stop his anger and longing long enough to weigh everything over time, surely us enlightened modernists can hold out chances and hope before lowering the doom. Consider it prep time, lawyer time. Very good point. Slaughtered all who betrayed. I'd high-five him. Yeah, I don't understand what he is waiting for. Pull up her itinerary, have some standard divorce documents ready to go. Get the kids to a family member or friend's place. When she gets home from work, be sitting there waiting for her. When she comes in, say, "Hey, we need to talk." When she asks where the kids are, say with whomever. Say, "I need to talk." She will know at this moment you know. Hand her over the documents with the itinerary on the top. Say who is so-and-so, and why did you book and fly to stay in the same hotel with him, and I would like to see all your WhatsApp chats. If you do not or have deleted them, I will assume this is an emotional affair and you plan to get physical with him. So you can go, and we will divorce, as I have the documents drawn up, or you will cancel this, call him right now, and tell him it is over to never contact you again. This is just the start. If she gets defensive, redirects, Call her parents and thank them right in front of her, and let them know you are getting a divorce because their daughter is having an affair, and then name the guy. Do this with siblings, your family, friends, etc., until she is begging you to stop. When she begs, say the following: you will delete all social media right this instant, I will have access to all of your usernames and passwords. In addition, you will place a keylogger app on your phone, and tracker. All of this is temporary until you can regain trust and let her know this. This is minimal to working it out. Don't deviate from this op, you will know where you stand. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.